Hello, Professor Stephen Shihi's The Culture of Arab Food class is here today at the Arabic House with Chef Katsuya Fukushima. Chef Fukushima is the co-owner of Daikaya restaurant in Washington, D.C. Chef Fukushima was trained at the world-renowned El Bulli under Farhan Adria and established his reputation as a pioneer chef specializing in molecular gastronomy as chef de cuisine at Jose Andres' groundbreaking minibar. To top it off, Chef Fukushima has won Iron Chef not once, but 2 times. Chef Fukushima, welcome to the College of William and Mary. So were there traditions in your family around food that predisposed or influenced you to become a chef or to look at the culinary arts as a life choice?
No. Is that a yes or no question? You know, growing up in Japanese and my dad's Hawaiian, we ate dinner every day at the same time, and everyone had to be there. I mean, now I see, everyone's busy. You come in, the food's ready, and then you just kind of eat and you go, or you're watching. You make your dinner or your plate. You go and sit down in front of the TV. I mean, this whole family getting together and eating together kind of fizzled away, unfortunately. I knew food was very important to family, and family is very important in life. And so cooking was this natural thing where it just made total sense. When I saw what food could do, I just fell in love with the power of it.
How did you come to work with so many great chefs like Jose Andres and Farhan Adria?
I think I was very lucky. Not everyone has a mentor that they stay with for a long time. I mean, if you go back to Leonardo da Vinci and all those those days where you actually find a mentor and they teach you, and there's schools of art and science. I was very lucky because I found Jose, and I was with him for 12, 14 years, and that's very uncommon these days. A lot of chefs, I don't want to call them chefs, so a lot of cooks like to jump around. They like to go to one job, go to another job, and they think that just from these quick little stints and these little experiences that they could grow to become a very good cook. And I am the total opposite. I think having a mentor, someone that could nurture you and teach you and guide you is so much more important. So I was very lucky, and to find Jose and Jose's mentor, which is Farhan, to be sent to Spain to work for my mentor's mentor. Becoming his student was just amazing, and like I said, I was very lucky.
We just mentioned some of the very prestigious figures and mentors that you've worked with. So what is the best advice that you've received from them?
I mean, I learned so much from them, but I guess the most important and one I still use every day is to think outside the box. Nothing develops and nothing grows if you're just kind of always maintaining. You have to see things the way, you question things all the time. I like, especially in cooking, I'm like, why do we do things this way? Just because my mom told or my chef told me to? It's just, it has to grow, and if you don't think outside the box, then it doesn't grow. And I think that's one of the biggest things I learned from them.
What was the catalyst in the shift from molecular gastronomy to an artisanal dish like ramen?
Agreed. I mean, it was just too much. It was just, I'm not a scientist. The romance of cooking was kind of lost, and that's why I went the other way. And luckily, I found Japanese cooking. I mean, I grew up with it, so I always loved it. But cooking it, it was another. I mean, I fell in love with the way things are very natural, the way things are very pure, and you cook from the soul and from your heart. And So it was just a natural path for me, and I mean, compare my food 10 years ago to now is totally different. But I see pieces of me from before integrated into my cooking today. But it's just, you see it in a lot of artwork, from Picasso with his purple days and his crazy, it's a natural progression, and who knows what 10 years from now what my cooking's gonna be, but from now it's just from molecular to here, it's just a good place for me.
Specifically with the ramen that we were talking about, in our class we have learned about terroir, how the land and the locale give the food of a certain region a distinct taste. How does that affect the way you approach creating a dish? For example, are noodles made in America the same as those made in Japan?
No. Obviously. For the same reason that bread, baguettes in France don't taste the same here, or a New York pizza doesn't taste, it tastes different from pizza from Washington, D.C. It's just, the wheat or the flours, the water, huge component in taste. And same with the ramen. The ramen, I would never try to make the ramen here because it's just not the same. The natural alkaline in the water is not the same or even close to, adding baking soda to water. It's just not. And it's just like getting bubbled water from from a natural spring, and putting your little whatever you put the little gas things and then you're making bubbled water. It's just not the same. And so the same with the noodles. It's just I chose to make the noodles there and have them shipped to us because it's a special thing that happens in Japan, and I want to be able to recreate it here. So, yeah.
How do you go about creating a new dish? What are you inspired by?
It's funny because I think about food all the time. That's the only thing I can think of. It's I'm driving down the street and I see a sign and I think about food. I'm walking in 7-Eleven and I see the little candy and I think about a dish. I'm walking through Target and a plate inspires me. So it just happens. Sometimes a plate inspires me. Sometimes an ingredient inspires me. But it's because my mind is just open to food all the time. If I could focus this on, maybe doing something great, then I could probably win a Nobel Peace Prize if I just focus all that on something else. But, what I'm passionate about is cooking, so it's just, I can't think of anything else. I just think about, and I read food, and I eat food, and I watch. And the only thing I watch, if I had a TV channel that just had Food Network and Cooking Channel, I'd be happy. That's all I need. And so everything inspires me. It's just being aware and letting things come to you and being open.
Well, you spoke of writing all over your mirror and in notebooks. So what are your plans for the future, both in dishes and in restaurant possibility?
What I love about being a chef is being able to feed people and make them very happy. It makes me happy watching people eat my food, and so the more restaurants I could open, the more people I could feed. Obviously I don't do it for the money because people think chefs and restaurateurs make big money, but they don't. I just do it because I love to cook and touch people. And so we were talking about opening possibly 2 more restaurants in the Washington area. We'll see after that. But right now, what I do have is the Daikai, which is the izakaya and the ramen shop, and the next plan is to do something like the mini bar, which I opened with Jose at Cafe Atlantico, which is a 6-seat, very intimate dining experience where 2 chefs cook everything and they actually serve you. And then it was 32 courses. I'm not planning on 32 courses, but I want to do something like 15, maybe 20, and do very beautiful food from the soul. And that's my next plan. I'm hoping to do that around December, and just do like 7. I think it's 7 people, just because 7 to me is like a lucky number, and there's 7 people at the counter and just cooking for them once a week. And I think that'll not only make me very happy in terms of being a cook and cooking things that are a little more detailed and special, but for my cooks to allow them opportunity to, El Bulli is closed, but there's a lot of students of El Bulli in the world right now, and so I would like my cooks to be able to do something that was just as special like El Bulli, and if I could provide that kind of arena for them, then it'll just make me very happy. And then to feed people and give them opportunity to eat this very special dinner would be that's my next plan, and I'm very excited about it. I mean, it's very touching to me. And so after that, the restaurants. But right now, the focus is on this little mini bar thing. Obviously, we'll come up with a different name, but yeah, that's my next plan.
Thank you for joining us today and for dazzling us with your cooking demonstration.